guys, former plant killer here, Jesse with Living on a Prayer Flower Farm. Today we will be planting bachelor buttons, some stock plants, larkspur, and some other plants that need to be planted in the fall here in Zone 8B. I tried to plant these last year in May and they didn't do too well. Apparently in our zone, they have to be planted when it's still pretty cool. They need to be planted in the fall, not in early spring. So I'm going to do an experiment this year. We'll plant some out here and then I'll try growing some indoors and planting them in early spring, and we'll see how they do. So let's get started. Hey y'all, I've got Emily here, my oldest. She's going to be helping me today. Alright, so the first thing we have to do is I've got to get this bed a little bit neater. This is where our chicken coop was, and the soil is really good from all the chickens and food that's been in here. So I'm going to get that ready. Guys, so just got done prepping the bed with my wonderful helper Emily, and we went ahead and sprayed it down with water so that way the seeds will hopefully not wash away. It'll also make the soil a little easier to work with. It's really sandy right now, really dry, so we'll go ahead and start placing seeds. So one mistake I learned from last year was labeling my plants. Totally did not label anything hardly last year. When I first got started, I didn't know what was what. And then when I did start labeling, I used just a regular permanent marker or a kid's washable Crayola marker, which was dumb. And then I couldn't read my markers. So this year, we've got my plant stakes to label. And thanks to Johnny's Seed Company, and I think it was Lauren on Garden Answer who told me about this, or that talked about it on her channel. Garden Market. Ah, you see it? Can you read it? I think you can read it. But anyway, this is rainproof, sunproof. Hopefully it will work. I've gotten it on my leg by accident, and it took like 3 weeks to wash this thing off. So hopefully it'll last and we'll know what's what. I'm done. I tried to plant all the seeds just in case. I haven't been able to find a YouTuber in my zone yet, or anybody else really in my zone. But I met a nice lady on Facebook who sent me all this information because she used to be a grower down in South Louisiana, which is a little bit different than North Louisiana. I'm not sure. I think they're in the same zone. We'll find out. But anyway, I did save some seeds to plant indoors and kind of go ahead and just start those when it gets closer, just in case these don't work out. So let's go over what I planted today. I planted stock, several varieties, iron apricot, cherry blossom, cat's ruby stock, and formula mix stock. I'm excited to see those. They didn't work at all last year. I can't wait to see what they look like. I also planted some bachelor button choice mix, some Albion green pod Nigelia seeds. I'm not sure I pronounced that. Love in a Mist Nigelia seeds. They're beautiful filler flowers. I can't wait to see what they look like. Duft Blue Nigelia seeds. Bought those late summer and tried them. They didn't work. Some larkspur from Lowe's. By the way, hard lesson learned. Just because you buy the seeds in the spring from Lowe's does not mean to sow them in the spring. Sometimes Lowe's sells stuff out of seasons. Ranunculus. I'm holding that to you, Lowe's. You sell them to me in April when they should have been put in the ground back in October. I wonder if those will come up. We'll find out. We'll see how it turns out this spring. I hope you stick around to see how they turn out. If you haven't checked out my other videos, please be sure to go view my channel. Subscribe if you'd like to stay with me on this flower journey. As a former plant killer, I never thought I'd see myself growing flowers, but here I am. So stick with me on this journey and let's grow flowers together. If you've got any tips, advice that you can give me, if you're in my zone, sound off, leave it in the comments, and I'll see you in the next one.